I'm just going to jump in and just start talking today. I do hope everybody's okay on their own path, whatever's going on for you and your experience. But you know what's been coming up for me lately, and what I've really been looking at, is the fact that, especially when you're a parent, when you have a child or children, sometimes it can feel like parts of you, if not all of you, has now disappeared, because now you're living for another human being and you're making sure their needs are met, and you're accommodating them all the time, but then you're forgetting about yourself. And I've heard people say things like this in the past before I had a child, so I didn't properly understand what that meant, about them not feeling like themselves. But now I can fully grasp and understand what that means. It's so hard when you have been used to, doing things you like, and just sometimes, actually, I think within my own experience, there's been a lot of masking that's taken place throughout my life, that I've masked to fit in, for people to like me, like the people pleasers come out in me throughout my entire life, So I've always kind of been wearing different versions of myself, because I say myself because ultimately I think that they are aspects of myself. It's just I don't want the people pleaser to be something that I carry on, doing to appease somebody, to make them feel better about themselves, So I feel like this is just my opinion from my perspective, from what I think and how I feel about this whole thing I'm speaking about right now. But I feel like, I've worn so many different masks to kind of fit in and to be liked and to not rock the boat. And now that I've got my child, and the demands are, honestly, they're just constant, and I'm always, making sure that she's good, she's got what she needs, and, I just forget about myself. And then it gets to a point where I'm just overwhelmed, and, a bit of rain. I'm just overwhelmed, and then I'm kind of having to address this because it's coming up so strongly for me, and it's so, when you get advice when you first have a child, I'm not sure if people have, but there has been times at the beginning when I had my daughter, I had the advice from others, take care of yourself. I received a little hamper, a little pampering hamper. I had oil in it, things for myself, and I didn't really use it because my focus was on my daughter. I was really all in. And now I'm realizing that I didn't do myself any favors. I'm now realizing that, my needs are very important, and I have to now make time for myself, and it's really interesting because how it's been making me feel, I feel like I'm not myself. I listened to a message that I recorded before having my daughter, and listening to how I was speaking and the things I was saying, and just how strong I was in my energy, really. And I feel so disconnected from that person. And it's not to say that on a healing journey you are going to obviously shed layers of yourself, but it doesn't mean that you lose yourself entirely. There's things about me that I really like, but then I'm now creating another mask to be this, whole mum for my daughter, and just completely rejecting parts of me which are me. It's just really interesting, but I just wanted to kind of express it and just put it out there for myself, really, and somebody else might resonate. But I'm just now consciously on the journey of self-care, actually, because I've been doing the self-love, but self-care has been what I've been lacking. So now that it's come up very strongly for me, because it's I've hit my my limit with continually rejecting my own needs and not listening to myself and what my body wants and what my body needs and what I need. You just get fed up and get quite overwhelmed. So it's kind of like that shake. You're being shaked, you're getting shake. If somebody shakes you, basically, hello, we want to be looked at, don't forget about us. So that's where I'm at right now. And it's really interesting, even just making this video and just speaking about it, it just makes me feel better, because what I think, what I feel, what I say is important to me. So I'm going to say it. So yeah, okie dokie. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Hope everybody's okay, like I said at the beginning. Have a nice rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time of day it is for you, and take care.